This is my review of Dr. Stone, Chapter 113, Cryptography Science, and honestly, given that title, I was fully expecting them to build an Enigma machine. But no, instead it was just deciphering pictographs, which is still interesting. Before we get into all that, I just love that they're doing a week of training before they enter the harem, learning posture and proper manners, because, oh, thank God. I really don't think Jinro would pass in the harem under close inspection, if you get what I mean. I mean, Amaryllis and Kohaku really wouldn't either, but Jinro would be probably the worst, I have to say. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, they don't mind. Oh, that would be very bad. I am curious, though, what happens if they fail to learn the posture and everything. I mean, I kind of doubt they'd be sent home, so I'm assuming death? Yeah, death sounds about right. Anyway, then we see the Science Mouse, which, again, I have issues with this series on how precise they make their contraptions. I mean, they don't even have their, engineer working with them anymore. So it's not like they can even say, oh, he made it. I mean, this just looks too good to be made by, group of people in a cave with... I mean, sure, they have a science lab, but they would need more than that to build this thing, and to make it look so realistic, too. Anyway, Kohaku grabs the mouse, and Amaryllis does her beauty girl routine. There was a mouse, and I was so scared. Kohaku saved me. And then they immediately turn dark, and yeah, they are literally terrifying. I mean, literally terrifying. Then they have to write a letter back to Senku, and apparently Senku didn't realize none of them know how to write letters. I have to imagine that, just basic Morse code or symbols or basic letters, something would have been useful for them to learn, or for Senku to tell them over the radio while they're there. Just something, seriously. Thankfully, we get a little flashback where Jinro sees Kenro learning to write, and he's like, yes, I shall dedicate to my studies as well, and I will become a good student. To which Amaryllis is like, yay, then you know how to write a letter. And he's just like, no, I don't. Yeah, the entire last panel was fiction because he doesn't know how to write. He is a lazy jerk who just, letters, who needs that? And he walked away as his brother shook his fist at him. I mean, seriously. I mean, thankfully, Kohaku was at least somewhat resourceful, tearing off her clothes and using her own blood to write a letter. She manages to send a message back. Also, I'm a little unclear on how they're actually controlling this mouse off-roader because, yeah, as far as I know, there is no remote control for it yet, and yet it's going exactly where it needs to every time, so, moving on from that. Anyway, we see the message, and according to Senku, it says, this ice pop is going to be taken by Hyoga, and he's going to melt it in an engine, which means absolutely nothing whatsoever, but thankfully Jen is an expert in psychology, so he's actually able to understand what this means. First item is plastic. Second item is a stain. Hyoga, they at first assumed was supposed to be some kind of danger, but Mrs. Kohaku, she's not afraid of him, so means no good. How we got that from Hyoga, I still have no idea, but whatever. And the science device just means machine. So, putting this all together, it turns out it means platinum. Platinum. They found the Soyuz capsule in the roots of the tree, which I assume they would. I figure that's where it was. And assuming there's still, any platinum left inside it, I'd be surprised they hadn't, cleared it out a long time ago. But if there's still something left inside it and they can find the platinum, they can literally unpetrify all their stone companions, which would give them a pretty impressive army. I mean, more so if they can, dig up the people that are in the water. I mean, there was literally hundreds of them underwater. So if they can, bring them back up to the surface, that's literally an entire army they can use to dethrone the master. I mean, sure, he still has a petrification beam, but against an entire army attacking from multiple sides, there's not a lot they can do without literally petrifying most of their own forces as well. That would actually be pretty fun to watch, I have to say. So a quick review, but not a lot to say. Most of it was just Jen trying to cipher out what their meaning was, and them trying to pass the etiquette lessons to join the harem, which, again, I have to imagine it's kind of a pass or die system with them. Otherwise, everyone would just fail intentionally and then go back home. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is the Platinum still in the Soyuz capsule? And are they going to have a lot of trouble getting to it? Be sure to like, subscribe. Until next time.
Peace.